Felicitate Dada on stage. Can I please call upon Shubhashish Dotto, the founder of Bengal Business Council, Orpita C. Mitra of DTDC, and Shubhrata Dotto, the Vice President of the Bengal Business Council. Can we please have the claps going, please? এই সেশনেও বকাবকি করিও না আমাকে। হ্যাঁ 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 ওই Shubhrata Dotto, Orpita Di, and Shubhashish is now going to felicitate Dada on stage. Thank you, Dada.
Thank you.
আকাশবাণী কলকাতা শুরু হচ্ছে মহিলা মহল। উপস্থাপনা ও প্রযোজনায় বেলা দে।
The topic for this session is learnings from sports in business leadership. And to have a candid chat with Dada on stage, may I call upon Anirban Aditya, the chairman of the Aditya Group and the chairman of the Indian Chamber of Commerce Sports Committee. Anirban, can we please have you on stage?
সবার আগে before we start, I was just telling দাদা যখন ঢুকলো আমি বললাম তোমার সেই যখন ক্রিকেটটা খেলতে আর চেহারাটা এখন যা বানাচ্ছ মানে ইউ আর গোয়িং ব্যাক টু দ্য ওল্ড ডেজ। মানে আমরা বলি না লাইফ ইজ আ সাইকেল অ্যান্ড জাস্ট আমি বললাম তোমার হাত দুটো বাইসেপস আর মাচ বেটার দ্যান বিফোর, সো ইজ ওয়ার্কিং আউট আ লট। আর সবার আগে বিফোর উই স্টার্ট লেট দ্যাট চ্যান্ট হ্যাপেন, দা 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 দে বয়েজ কাম অন দা 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 দা। Thank you, Dada. Thank you for coming here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Am I audible? Yeah.
So, মানে you have less time. তার মধ্যেও he had come last year, আবার দাদা এসছে। মানে before we start একটা ছোট্ট প্রশ্ন, মানে বাঙালি প্লেয়িং ক্রিকেট ফ্রম আ বিজনেস ফ্যামিলি, মানে ওই সময় বাবাকে ম্যানেজ করেছিলে কীভাবে?
Firstly, thank you to the Bengal Business Council for inviting me here again. It is the second year in a row and I did not know that I was here last year as well for Bengal Business Council. I was here but I did not realize that it was for Bengal Business Council. So I told Bapida, not me anymore next 5 years. Okay, so thank you so much for inviting me. And coming to your question, Aditya, coming from a business family, sports, I think sports is about passion. And when I played sports as a young boy at the age of 12, sports was not as commercial and lucrative as it is now. So we just played because of love for the game. We just played because your parents wanted to wanted you to play. Baba, Ma, especially আমার বাবা খেলাধুলোর সঙ্গে যুক্ত ছিলেন ছোটবেলা থেকে, তো আমার দাদা খেলতো, so he wanted his sons to play and that's how it started. And nobody knew that I will go on to play for India one day and captain India one day. It's just a start, and I think careers start like that. Everything, whether it's in business, whether it's in sport, whether it's in public life, you just start something and then things keep falling into place. So it started for me that way, playing under 15 cricket, playing junior cricket, under 19, under 17, never thought that someday I will represent India. Forget about captaining India for more than 200 games. So it was a process, and as you say, in business, in life, everything is a process and it happens over a period of time.
And with that, Dada playing and Dada as an administrator, double pressure take, how do you manage?
I don't see life as a pressure. I see it as an opportunity. Everything in life is an opportunity, whether you get to open the innings, bat at number 3, whether you're president of the board or president of Cricket Association of Bengal or president of Bengal Council, Business Council, everything is an opportunity. If you don't get an opportunity, you don't find out how good you are. So I have never looked at things that way. When I first played for India, I got an opportunity to bat at number 3. And many asked me that, what would have happened if you would have failed at number 3? So I said, why will I fail? You say what would happen if you score at number 3? And I scored at number 3 and went on to play for India for almost 500 games. So everything in life, whatever you are asked to do, is an opportunity and not a pressure. So you find ways to deal with things. As you say, administrator, I was a player. I know the player was, the administrating capabilities and the experience was because of the game. You understood what the game is. You knew how it operated. You've seen people behind the scenes in the offices work for the game, and then you learn from it. And at the end of the day, things are also on common sense. What works and what does not work and what is required to be done. So there's no rocket science in doing things. It's about effort. It's about trying to make it happen and giving your best in everything. So I've never looked at life as a pressure. It's just that you work hard, you work harder, or maybe you have to work even more harder. So that's the way it works for me.
But end of the day, we are human beings, Dada. Tomar oi Dada face towards your team and such a strong Indian team, kake chhere tumi kake team e include korbe. Oi shomoy I know tomake baki sob teammates er samne you have to show that Dada face. Je Dada failure niye bhabe na, Dada har niye bhabe na. But within you, that human being thing, mone hoy na when you come back in the dressing room or in your hotel room, ratir belaয়, that feeling je na.
No, everybody has that feeling. Everyone is nervous. We are all human beings. Everyone has the fear of failure. Everyone at some stage thinks, what happens if I don't succeed? It's like when you invest 1,000 crores in a business. You also have it at the back of your mind that if it doesn't work, what happens? But then you make it work. A lot of people tell me, hey, look at Mukesh Ambani, how much money he has. You look at Jindal's, how much money he has. You look at Tata's, how much money he has. So I asked them one question, that can you sleep in the night with a 2 lakh crore debt? Can you sleep in the night with a 1 lakh crore debt? So they have mastered the art of converting opportunities to success. And I think that's what it's about in life. So even when I was playing, I was captain, I had pressures, in even things after that also. When you're asked to do something, work in television, work in an administrative role, start a business, that fear will always remain because you care, because you want to succeed. But you have to overcome that. It's the switch of the mind. It's the way you think. That's why I say that in life, you look at things as an opportunity and not as pressure, as what happens if you fail. And the sport has taught me a lot of things, because for me, cricket was real time. What everyone does, or what I did after cricket, I always had a chance to retake. If you don't have a good day in office on Monday, you come back and do it on Tuesday. But in sport, if you nick a Glenn McGrath, you don't get to bat again. So it's about that particular moment and being successful that particular moment. It's about that challenge. So once the sport finished and once I went on to do other things, the biggest thing that sport gave me was the confidence. Is that if you put me in a difficult situation, I'll find a solution to it. And that has what remained with me all my life. Even when I played for the first 10 years and I was dropped for 6 months and then I came back again, there was pressure because, there's so many good players around. There are people who are wanting your place. But what kept me going is that confidence which generated over a period of 10 years. That, if given an opportunity, I will succeed. And I think that's the way I've looked at life always. It's about opportunity, it's about making it happen and what it needs to make it happen. It's not that I've never failed, It's not that the best in the business have never failed. They will fail, but the best will succeed more than they fail.
It's not easy the way he's saying, okay? He's a natural leader, born leader, and you have that in you naturally. Baki people, those who don't have, everybody wishes to be a leader for the startups. What are those added key acumen তাদের মধ্যে লাগবে? Because again I am saying, you are born as a leader. ওটা তোমার মধ্যে আছে। ওই জন্য the way you say things, it sounds so simple and easy, but actually it's not. তো একটু আরেকটু নিচের দিকে এসে যাদের মধ্যে নেই তাদের কি করতে হবে একটু বলো। Just
নিচের দিক থেকে তো সবারই শুরু। আমি তো আর প্রথম দিনে গিয়ে 100টা টেস্ট খেলিনি। বা Sachin Tendulkar, when he first picked up a bat at the age of 14 or 15, he never went on to become Sachin Tendulkar. He played over 25 years to become. Or a Mukesh Ambani, I'm sure they started their business someday. Or a Jindal or a Tatas, everyone starts from scratch. It's actually the kids who are the beneficiaries of the efforts of the dads in business. So everyone starts from scratch. So actually in life, at some stage you're a startup. But then that's one aspect of life. It's an excitement that I'm starting something. I'm wanting to do something. That's one excitement. Then as you keep getting better, then the other part of the life comes that you've done the hard bit and now you need to keep going. So the mindset changes at that particular part. And then when you become successful, the expectations go up. People say that you have to keep doing it again. You fail one innings, it's not good enough. You have to keep doing it again. So in life, every phase has its own challenges and you need to deal with it. And you need to deal with that moment. When you're a startup, don't think that you'll be a billionaire because you never know. When you get to a middle phase of your life, you keep progressing, and when you get to that point, you think about holding it. You think about consistency. So it's a process you'll have to go to. So for me, life is a circle. It's not just about work and it's not just about not doing work. It's about balancing between the both and doing it over a period of time. It's in sport. You don't get 100 as soon as you get to the crease and take your guard. You have to bat 6 hours. You have to bat 100 balls. You have to bat 400 balls. So you build your innings that way. And I think life also, business also, professional life also, it's about building at stages one after the other.
Everything has got, you have to be patient enough. And jeta tumi bolle, I think it's good to make mistakes. Joto we will make mistakes, we will know what mistakes we shouldn't do. And for you, for startups, you have invested in so many startups. তুমি mentoring করো এত startups দেরকে। startups দের মধ্যে the kind of things that we see, একটু আগে থেকে এক্সিট কখন নেব, ফাউন্ডাররা প্রথম থেকেই সেটা ভাবে যে আগে একটা ব্যবসা আমি কনসেপচুয়ালাইজ করলাম অ্যান্ড আই এম থিঙ্কিং অফ অ্যান এক্সিট আফটার 2 years। যেটা ডোন্ট ইউ থিঙ্ক তুমি হয়তো এক্সিট করতে পারো, বাট দ্য ব্যবসা স্টেজ, দ্যাট কোম্পানি স্টেজ, মেবি ইটস রিপ্লেসড বাই ইউ or maybe it's replaced by somebody else, but that brand stays. So if we think যে না we will always need to make a brand to sell it, সেই জায়গা থেকে একটু পেশেন্স লেভেলটা মনে হচ্ছে দিস ইউথের কাছে, বিকজ ফর সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া
it depends on what you want to do. What you want to do, is it about creating an asset or is it about monetizing an asset? And I think that's a mindset. It changes from people to people. Yes, at some stage you will have to monetize an asset if it doesn't work well. That's life, because as you said, you keep making mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but the best don't keep making mistakes. They make a mistake, learn from it and get better. And if you keep making mistakes, you won't be around. So you have to understand that. And I think as you asked about when to sell, it's about mentality. Life is about mentality, how you want to lead it. Some have billions and still not happy. Some have very few and are still happy. So your life, the way you go about it is directly proportional to how you think and what's in your mindset. So you may want to create a company and let it go and make the money, but I may want to create a company and make it grow bigger and make it a name. You see, many of these startup businesses, not all of them do profits. If you look at 100 of their businesses, maybe 20 of them make profit.
Most of them doesn't.
Most of them don't, but they still continue with it because of the people who work, their families, and the brand. So, as I said, life is about what you want to do with it. There's no hard and fast rule. There's no hard and fast system. There's no hard and fast losses and gains. It's about your attitude towards life which is important.
And also in business and your career, মানে you are a cricketer, administrator, commentator, মানে কি না কি করেছো, মানে পুরো একটা স্পোর্টস সাইকেলে and then such a successful entrepreneur by yourself. মানে একটা বিজনেসম্যানদেরও তো অনেকগুলো রোল কাজের মধ্যে করতে হয়, সামটাইম ইউ হ্যাভ টু বি দ্য এইচআর, সামটাইম ইউ হ্যাভ টু বি দ্য মানে লিগাল অ্যাডভাইজার ইন ইউর কোম্পানি। সো এইগুলোকে মানে এই যে হাসলিং করা, এটা করা, মানে আর একটাও স্টার্ট আপদেরকে মনে হয় মানে ওরা না একটু ঘেটে যায়, মানে এই পেশেন্স বিল্ডিংটা তাদের মধ্যে কীভাবে, এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে তো মানে সব কিছু তো দেখতে হবে, মানে সামবডি হু হ্যাজ দ্য টপ, মানে ডোন্ট ইউ বিলিভ কি মানে more than being a control freak, if you have a great team which you had, which you made with time, mane things become much easier.
Nothing happens without a team, because I played in a team sport. I became a good captain because a Sachin or a Dravid or a Lakshman or a Sehwag or a Kumble performed. And business is also about a team. You know, as they say, your biggest investment is in manpower. You know, when you build a team, there's no bigger investment than that. And I've always believed, and you must also learn and understand, that you hire people to tell you what to do, and it's never the other way around. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, I'm the boss, I'm the leader, things have to be my way. I've never believed it's my way or the highway. And I've always said, when you have individuals and when you hire people to work for you, you should allow them to express themselves. You should allow them to give them the platform to become better. Many a time we keep imposing our thoughts on others. You know, I'll tell you a small story. I used to bat a lot with Virender Sehwag, and he was a different sort of a player. You know, a positive player who would just keep hitting. I remember an innings, and I've said that.
And he doesn't think much.
Yeah, and I've said that at many a number of places. I said, you know, I went up to him and said, Viru, we are going well. You've hit a boundary of the first ball. Just keep taking singles. You know, that's the way I thought. So he listened to me and went back to his crease, hit the first ball for a 4, hit the second ball for a 4, hit the third ball for a 4. And every time he would hit a 4, I would go back to him and say, Ki, this is enough for this over, don't take another risk. But he would do it. He would do it, and that's what made him special. So when I finished that game, and I went back to my hotel and I was on ball by myself, I said, you know, here is a player who feels the game needs to be played this way, who feels that the game will be won this way, and he's winning it. And he's getting into a position where you win cricket matches. So why is it that he has to play the way you think? You know, as a captain, as a leader, just because you have the power and you're the boss of the team, it's probably not the right way to go and tell Viru to play like the Ganguly way, or a Tendulkar to go and play like the Dravid way. And I think that's very important. That balance in life is very important. It's about allowing people to express, because everybody comes with enormous talent. You know, your talent and my talent is different. I may be more talented or you may be more talented. But I think the success lies in when you allow that talent to express rather than holding it back. And I realized over that period of 10-15 years of my leadership career, and all at very high profile, you know, public attention places, that you have to find that balance of letting exceptionally talented people do things the way they want at times. Because I've dealt with exceptionally talented people, and sometimes imposing on them never worked.
So, do you see a Sehwag in Pant? Mane Pant, jeta
Pant is the
same.
Pant
If you
is
see,
the same, you know.
what
Sometimes
Gavaskar was saying, you remember, tapore Pant was trying to do something which he doesn't.
Because when I see Pant and see him play some shots on TV, I said, why does he need to do that? But that's the way he thinks. You know, great people, different people, exceptionally talented people don't think the way you think. That's why they're exceptional. And that's why they're box office, because they think differently. And I think that is very, very important. You know, you look at Jio, you know, the biggest, if you ever heard Mukesh Ambani speak on TV, and he speaks about Jio, he said, Jio was the biggest risk I've taken in life, with the belief that it'll succeed. And look, it has succeeded. You know, life, business, work is based on belief. You know, what you believe will work. There's no guarantee it will, but if you don't believe, it will not work. So I think you must understand that. You know, and it's also about taking risks. You know, without risks, you don't get better. Without risks, you don't grow bigger. You know, if you're happy with what it is, sometimes we do, I don't think it takes you anywhere. So you have to have the ability of taking risks to be successful.
So, like again, if I talk about Pant, mane ekhon it's like his desperation, the cricket that he plays. But with time, he has to be মানে এই ক্যালকুলেটিভ রিস্ক যেটা আমরা বলে নিতে হবে, মানে ডু ইউ থিঙ্ক পান শুড প্লে দ্য সেম ওয়ে আফটার 5 years or he should change his game মানে তোমরাও you also have changed your game. When you were young, you used to play in a certain way. With time, you have changed.
Yeah, with time everybody changes. You look at MS Dhoni when he came in. He was a young boy with such big hair and he used to hit sixes halfway into the stands. We were in Pakistan in 2005 and I remember Parvez Musharraf telling me कि यार इसको कहाँ से लेके आए? मैंने कहा सर इंडिया में तो ऐसे बहुत मिलते हैं. उसको सिर्फ दो चीज़ बोलना उन्होंने मुझे कहा. I said क्या? उसको बोलना कभी अपना बाल ना काटे और दूसरा उसको बोलना कभी छक्के मारना बंद ना करे. But that MS Dhoni, when you see at his later part of his career, 2016, 2017, or even before that, 13, 14, he used to just rotate. You know, he used to put the balls in the gap and bat till the end of the innings. And I used to see and wonder, why does he need to do that when he has that ability of that big, heavy bat and putting things into the stand? So people adjust. People change themselves with time. It happens with experience. As you grow older, you think a lot more than you do when you're a young boy. It's happened to me, it's happened to you, and it's happened to everyone else. So with time, your mindset changes and you react to it. That's why I say to everyone, a lot of people ask me, why did you win the toss and field in the World Cup final? I said, you have the opportunity to think after 10 years. I had to take a call then. So that's the difference. So don't retrospect.
I think that's what sports teaches you. You lose one day, you win one day, and
So
yeah. Come on, big one.
So in life, at times you have to take a call then and there, and it doesn't matter what happens. As long as you take it with the best interest of the team, as long as you're honest to it, and as long as you feel that's the best way for you to perform, what happens after 6 hours doesn't matter.
Great. বেশি টাইম নেই দাদারও, হি লিভ জাস্ট কাপল অফ কোয়েশ্চেন দাদাকে আরও একটু জাস্ট জিজ্ঞেস করবো দাদা, মানে এই যে এত স্টার্ট আপস আজকে বিবিসিতে অনেক ইয়াং এন্টারপ্রেনার্সরা এসছে, মানে সবাই না ওয়াজ পুটিং মি মেনি কোয়েশ্চেন্স যে আজ দাদা, মানে তুমি এত ওয়ার্ল্ড ট্রাভেল করো, এত রকমের এত বিভিন্নভাবে মানে পৃথিবীটাকে তুমি দেখেছো আর কি, থ্রু স্পোর্টস অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন অ্যাজ এ বিজনেসম্যান, মানে why don't you become the mentor for this Bengali entrepreneurs? মানে you take out some time একটু আমাদের জন্য কিছু করো, মানে they really need someone like you. তোমার এই পার্সপেক্টিভটা, you are a Bengali but at the same time I know everywhere you say that Bangaliana thing has to be there, but we also need to see what's happening beyond Bengal.
Yeah, I think it's about time. I still have to work. I still have to do things because I want to do things. You know, I want to be successful again and again. I have a young family, so I spend time with them, and that's what it is. So, as I said, I'm more than happy to help whenever there's an opportunity. But I have too much things to do on my side.
Online classes, Dada, post-COVID that's taught us. মানে একটু, I know you sleep late. তুমি এত কাজ করো, just give us some time. মানে maybe month একটা.
Yeah, no problem.
Isn't it? Can't we ask this from Dada?
If you want
Guys.
time, I'm ready to give you time. No problem.
And দাদার ওই লাস্ট, মানে এটা না বলে দাদাকে ছাড়া যাবে না, এখন এই সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ার দুনিয়া, তখন তো ছিল না when you wave off your jersey আর কি, মানে এখন ইনস্টার যুগে আর কি, how would that have been? মানে হ্যাশট্যাগ
You know, it's entertainment, nothing more. You know, social media, Instagram, Facebook is nothing more than entertainment. So don't waste too much time on it. It doesn't take you anywhere. Your work still takes you everywhere. So don't worry about what is told in social media. Don't worry about how people criticize you on social media. I actually don't see the comment section of a social media. I don't. My comment section in whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram, is off. I don't see it because I've seen life. I have led life. As long as I am honest to myself and I do the right things, I don't worry what people think about me. So it's important in life from your own self is to be honest and fair. And I think that's very important. For me, it never mattered what people thought about me. I also want to tell something, and I don't know whether you have that question in your sheet. It's about pressure, how you handle pressure in life. You know, for all of us as we grow, as we go through different phases in life, we are under pressure all the time. Everyone's under pressure. The higher you go, the more pressure you will face. The bigger your company becomes, the more under the scanner, under pressure you will be. And I think handling pressure is the most important thing for any individual. And the best way to handle pressure is to face pressure. It should be me and not why me. When somebody asks you to go and open in test matches, when somebody says you lead the biggest brand in the country, it's not pressure. It's because the person feels you're good enough. And I think you have to understand that as you keep going through pressure, it becomes a part of your ecosystem. You know, the best thing sport gave me was, I woke up at 7 in the morning, and by 4:30 in the evening, either I was a successful player or I was a failure. And I enjoyed that circle going through day in, day out. It got me better. And it came to a stage where it did not bother me. And I'm sure it's with some of the biggest sporting personalities around the world. You know, Usain Bolt, when he's just on the start mark, and when the fire is going to be shot and he's running in for an Olympic medal, there's no bigger pressure than that. And he goes through it because he practices going through it. So if you feel going to office is a pressure, keep going to office more. Still it becomes a part of your ecosystem. If you feel singing is a pressure, get to the music area and keep singing till you feel it becomes a part of your ecosystem. The only way you shed off pressure is by doing it over and over again. Somebody asked me, you played Shoaib Akhtar and you played Brett Lee bowling at 90 miles an hour and 150 kilometers an hour. How did you do it? I said, yes, it's a flicker in the mind. Because if the ball missed you, if it hit your ribs or face or head, you could die. So it's the flicker of the mind when you stand between a Shoaib or a Brett Lee or a Gilchrist in between. As you take guard, as you stand, there are two thoughts which go in your mind. One is, what happens if I get hit? And the second thought is, I need to play him. And as soon as that second thought flickers through your mind, you play him better. Because you're more positive and you're looking to play him. But if you're on guard and thinking that he might hit me, you'll never be able to play. So practice it till you actually overcome that pressure and makes you better. And pressure is good because it helps you become better. Pressure, competitiveness, somebody challenging you. When you are into a school business, which you are, and there is another school who's doing well, it's not pressure. It's a challenge for you to become better. And I think you must understand that, embrace that, and keep moving rather than thinking, oh God, it's pressure, what happens, and start shivering. So I think that's the difference between a successful person and a non-successful one. So embrace pressure and you'll find that over a period of time, it becomes part of your system. When I finished playing, one of the journalists asked me that, what do you miss? You've played 500 games, you've been captain, you're such a popular person, financially you've done well, what do you miss? I said, I miss that challenge. Yeah, when I wake up in the morning and I need to go and face a Glenn McGrath or a Shane Warne or a Wasim Akram or a Shoaib Akhtar, and when by 4:30 I'm batting on 100, there is no better satisfaction than that. And that's what I miss, because everything after this.
So business is a cakewalk for him. ওই ক্রিকেটিং মানে ওই সময় যা খেলে দিয়েছে ওই প্রেসারটা যখন
everything after that gave me an opportunity to redo it again. And I missed that challenge for a long period of time. So, challenges actually make you better.
মানে দেখো your mind তো একটা থাকে, বাট এই ছাড়া তোমার যেগুলো ওই সুপারস্টিশিয়াস তুমি যেগুলো করে থাকো, ওই যে আমরা বলি না একটা গাট ফিলিং, ওই একটা ইনটিউশন, এটাও তো লাগে, মানে দ্যাট ইজ অলসো নিডেড। শুধু তো মাথা দিয়ে ভাবলে তো হয় না, একটা তো মনে হয় গাট ফিলিং, মানে ব্যাটটা ডান হাত থেকে বাঁ হাতে নেই, ওই যে ওই ফিজিটি হওয়া, এই ছোটো ছোটো জিনিসগুলো মনে হয় না এটা করলেই আর কি আমি মানে ইউ ইউজ টু ডু আ লট।
I used to do a lot. The best would do a lot. I've seen Sachin do a lot. So that's the way it happens. These are small things which make you confident. But the biggest thing is about you wanting to be there, you wanting to make it happen. And I think that's very important, because the risk is for everyone, the chances of failure is for everyone, it's not just you. The chances of failure is more the higher you go. So you're not different from the others. You will be only different from the others if you don't accept it and move forward.
And মানে তোমার ক্যারিয়ার কোয়েশ্চেন, বিকজ ইউ সেড আই এম স্টিল ওয়ার্কিং হার্ড, প্রচুর কাজ করতে হবে। সো হাউ ডু উই সি ইউ, মানে নেক্সট কি তোমার প্ল্যানস? ইফ আই মে আস্ক, ইন্ডিয়া কোচ, CAB president, again coming back to BCCI, ICC, a lot more. Maybe I am such a fanboy of his, I am telling you, I would not be astonished to see the PM Dada, because he has everything in him, and he can, if he wants, he can do it. It's all about he wants it to do it or doesn't want to do it. Ektu bolo মানে how you মানে
we'll see where life goes, we'll see where opportunity is. I do a whole lot of things. And I am a firm believer in life that I do things which makes me happy, because there's no real success to everything. You have to go through that grind to be successful. And whatever I feel my mind and my body and my happiness lets me do it, I will do it. I don't need money anymore because God's been very kind. Whatever I earn is a bonus. But what is important for me is the job I do. You know, what satisfaction it gives me. You know, what
তোমাকে একটু জাস্ট ইন্টারাপ্ট
what
করছি
outlook it gives
মানে
me. And
he's looking at his phone India কি স্কোর and he's speaking and মানে you know what how great he is, how passionate he is to do for his country, and he has done it time and again, and we still know within that World Cup final dada and he's
Yeah.
so much still so much passionate.
yeah, I'm very
You want to-
passionate about sports because that's what I've done all my life. You know, sports has given me everything. So, and that's what I said, you know, it's important to do what makes you happy. What you want to do, makes you wake up at 7 in the morning and get ready every day to be better. You don't want to be in a profession where you wake up and say, oh God, I have to go back to work again. So I think that's very important. And as you said, sports still excites me, as rightfully I was watching India, watched Jadeja and Washington Sundar doing, and that's what it is. So as I said, it's no rocket science. It's about your own yourself in everything in life.
Great. So we had a great show, Dada giving his time, and আজকে দাদাকে অনেকটা মানে মন খুলে কথা বলতে আমরা পেরেছি, and I hope the young guys here a lot he has given, and we BBC will make sure যে দাদার থেকে একটু টাইম নিয়ে অনলাইন ক্লাসেস দাদা তোমাকে অফলাইন করতে হবে না, প্লিজ গিভ আস হাফ অ্যান আওয়ার মেবি ইন আ মান্থ, একটু মানে দ্য ন্যাচারাল ইনস্টিংস দ্যাট ইউ হ্যাভ ওইটুকুনি শিখিয়ে দিও, বাকি এরা তৈরি হয়ে যাবে।
Thank you so much again for inviting me today. Thank you, Bapida. Bengal Business Council, Bapida comes to me every year, but don't come to me for next 3 years, please. I'll meet you at a restaurant, you take me out for dinner, but not Bengal Business. I need a break for 3 years and 3 dinners from you. So we'll take it from there, and thank you once again. Shirina, she's my sister. I didn't know she worked for Bengal Business Council. I've seen her grow up actually. So thank you to all of you, to Aditya, to every member. There are some familiar faces in the crowd. So, and I keep meeting them. So thank you so much for all the love and affection, and I hope you keep doing this Bengal Business Council year after year and keep getting better. Thank you.
I just need 5 minutes from you. We have a cake. We'll just cut it with all the
Cake,
general body
okay.
members, please.
Yes,
Can we
please.
have the cake on stage, and all the general body members, respected members, all the committee members, our events committee, invitation, memberships, government, all of you, please just come on stage as fast as you can, so that we can get the cake cutting done. And it's also our founder, Mr. Shubhashish Dotto's birthday tomorrow. So it's a double celebration for us. So please come on stage as soon as possible. Please. Are, of course, yeah. Can we have the cake on stage?
XtraTime.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।